Welcome to the 10th and final assignment in this three-dimensional figures geometric unit. We have gone through this over the last 5 weeks together. It has been a journey. I'll never forget it in this brand new era of teaching you all. We have gone through three-dimensional figures. We have sliced objects. We have done volume. And now we have our second and final assignment pertaining to surface area. This should be called, in front of your screen, surface area of regular pyramids. We did prisms, now we're doing pyramids. So let's jump right into it. Number one is a vocabulary reminder. We are going to review what it means for a hexagonal pyramid, a heptagonal pyramid. How many sides do each of these bases have? It's lucky for us that it's this lateral faces, because if you remember from our three-dimensional objects lesson, we had a total of like 8 faces on a pyramid when you include the bottom for a heptagonal. Or if it's a prism, we had to include both bases. That was a little confusing. We had to do some subtraction. Not for this. For this problem, we're just going to talk about what you're used to. For instance, a triangle used to having 3 sides. That's going to have 3 lateral faces on a triangular pyramid. Then we're going to go up by 1. Square is 4. These two almost everyone knows. Pentagonal sometimes can be a little complicated. That's where I taught you to think about the 5-pointed star, even in the pentagram. The 666 hex of a hexagonal pyramid with the 6 lateral faces helps you remember that. A little dark, but very effective. I wonder if you guys had great comments at the time of this filming. I have not checked that yet, but I will look forward to going back and seeing if you guys came up with clever ways of memorizing that 7 is heptagonal. And finally, an octopus, 8 limbs, something we memorized long ago. You should see this lovely message that says, "How about that? You got 'em all." It's not talking about Pokemon. It's talking about every one of these aspects of the lateral surface problem. Cool, cool, cool. 1 down, 6 to go. We only have a heptagonal worth of 7 problems today. This is one of those problems where I am going to definitely recommend that you have something now to write with, write on. You go slowly. You pause each one of these slides as we go through these computational problems. This is going to get a little dense and test how I can teach remotely. So pause right now if you don't already have that. Get up, write down some stuff I'm going to have you write down to make all of this easier. All right, hopefully you're back with your paper because I want to write for you a formula. All right, surface area of a pyramid. Goes like this. We are going to take the perimeter, P, times the slant height. So perimeter, it looks like, times the slant height. Why is it L? Well, it's because H is taken for height, S is taken for speed. So one of the only things that were available were a cursive L. Divided by 2 plus the area of the base. If you ignore the area of the base and you just focus on this P times lowercase l divided by 2, this is what's known as the lateral area. Okay. If you need more time to write this down, please pause this video right now and finish writing this down. Another example of a wonderful use of videos. Normally, I'd have people complaining, "Oh, slow down." Others saying, "All right, let's get to the problems." Others being like, "Wait, we started class? Can I go to the bathroom?" No, it's still the first 10 minutes of this video, and where's that hall pass? Aren't you glad that we're not having to do that right now? You could be watching this from your bathroom for all I know. All right. Let's dive into it. Now that we have those formulas. A square pyramid has a perimeter of, now you're going to have a different number than me. Mine says 74 inches. And a slant height of 10.75 inches. The lateral area of the pyramid is blank. Okay, so hopefully you're looking at your sheet next to you. Lateral area is, so I'm going to make a little slash fraction on my Desmos calculator, and as always, have your Desmos calculator open when I'm doing any computation. You could be following right along. Pause this video if you need to get out your Desmos calculator. So we've got our perimeter, whatever your perimeter says, and then we're going to multiply it times the slant height divided by 2. Whatever number you get right here, that's your answer. The length of one side of the base. Well, we have a square pyramid with a perimeter of 74. A square has 4 sides. We reviewed that for number 1. So 74 divided by 4. Whatever your perimeter is, notice these numbers should match. The 74 matches the 74. Divided by 4, that gives you your square length. If I'm going too fast, again, just pause at any time. The area of the base. Well, since it's a square, length times width, you can either put squared down here, or you can multiply it times itself. That will give you this last part. I shouldn't say the last part, the second to last part. And then finally, the surface area is going to be, just like I said in this formula to start, the area of the base plus the lateral area. So you're going to add your first number, which for me is 397.75, plus you're going to add your third number that you just got, 342.25. So again, pause this if you need me to slow down. You want to add your first number plus your third number. If you have done it correctly, you're going to hit check. I'm a little nervous. Oh, please. Yes. All right. Wendy's sponsored that problem because I got 4 for 4 right. Sounds really good right now, by the way. Okay. Number 3. In some ways, that was the most complicated problem we'll do the whole time. So if you got through that, congratulations. Number 3 says a regular triangular. Whew, say that 10 times fast. Regular triangular. I'm already struggling up. A regular triangular pyramid has a slant height of 18 inches. The perimeter of the base is 44 inches. The base of the pyramid has an area of 121 square inches. The lateral area of the pyramid is blank. Because it's asking for lateral area, we can actually ignore the base of the pyramid area. All we need is our perimeter and our slant height. So your first 2 numbers, I'm going to put the bar from the beginning. I've got 18 as my slant height times my perimeter of 44 divided by 2. That's it, because we don't need our base area because we're just talking about lateral area on this problem. So take your first 2 numbers, multiply them together, and divide by 2. That's it. Again, pause at any time if you need to finish the problem before I move on to number 4. Once you're on number 4, now it's talking about total surface area. So we need to do what we just did for the lateral area, which means slant height times perimeter divided by 2. But then check this out. I also need to, outside the fraction, add the base area, which they give us, 121. And that's because they want total surface area on this one, not just lateral area. 4 down, 3 to go. Now they're going to give us some pictures. Well, we're going to have to find the perimeter on our own. So perimeter of any square is going to be the side length times 4 for the 4 sides. So whatever number you have down here for your base of your square, type that in, and everyone's going to do times 4 for the 4 sides of the square. Then you're going to multiply it times the slant height, either luckily or unluckily, probably unluckily for teaching. It's the same number for me, 7. So for you, it might be a different number. Multiply it times whatever your red up and down number is for the slant height. Then on bottom, still divided by 2. Plus, we need to do the area of the base. 7 times 7, or I can put 7, number of the squared buttons right down here, 7 squared. And I get 147. Once you get this problem, you're going to feel good about the next one because we have a couple that are the same. See, number 6, same kind of thing. I have 6 as my side length. So notice I'm just going to use this form and just replace my numbers. So instead of 7 as my base, I have 6, so I replace that. And instead of 7 as my slant height, on this problem I have 8. And then I need to always make sure that these numbers match when you're doing the area of the base. Area of the base times 4, side length times 4 will give you the perimeter. Side length squared gives you area of the base. If you've done that correctly, hit check, see if you got it right. If you didn't, just hit redo and rewind the video for the explanation again. The final one is another same thing. I had actually forgotten. I thought it was a triangle. Nope. So then perfect example again. I can just replace my base side length now. It's 14 times 4. My height of 24. And then these numbers always need to match. 14 matches there and there. 868. I know this was a lot. This is one of those I definitely wish I could be teaching in person, but hopefully you have paused. If you needed to, you've rewinded, gone back. And at some point, at the end, you see what we all want to see, which is the correct words from top to bottom, maximum amount of points for each, and at 100%. All right, we are done with the geometry unit. That's really exciting. Next week, we're going to dive into something completely different. But for now, congratulations on what I hope is completing with a passing grade on each of these 10 first assignments away from each other for quarter 4. As always, I hope this video finds you safe, happy, well, and that you are enjoying the most of your time away from class. This has been Class Away from Class. Love and miss you all. Take care and have a great day.